Hey KW Phoenix, happy Monday. I'm so excited to be starting a fresh week with you guys, and I really hope you enjoyed your weekend and did something extra fun. So today we're going to be talking about two things, quickly go through the calendar, and then let's dive into why you might choose to leverage your time, either through a team or some other avenue. Monday, today, we're going to be teaching how to present and receive offers. So making and receiving offers. And who's going to be teaching that? Carly Goulet. She's not only a co-owner of one of the biggest teams here in the office, but an investor in our market center, a member of our governing board. She's got it going on. And if you know Carly at all, you know that something she excels at is the idea of presenting and being able to craft a very clean and concise offer. You will not be disappointed. Really, in today's market, we're judging offers that come in, or we're being judged on the offers that we write. How does it stack up to other people? And then unless you're writing a top-notch offer, you have to be coming to this class. Starts at 1 p.m. today. Tomorrow, because of our stacked afternoon, we're not having scripts and small group coaching. So go to Thursday for that. But we do have 2 p.m. Monica Reynolds is going to be teaching on why you might choose to, or not really why, we're going to talk about why, but she's going to be talking about how to build a successful team. Really the 10 most important things you need to do in order to make that happen. The idea of building a team is a cool concept. Some people don't want to do it because they don't want responsibilities. Some people want to build it big and go too fast. There's a lot of reasons you might or may not do it, and we're going to be talking about kind of the fundamental reasons of that today. But Monica is not to be missed. We had a lot of people ask for her to be able to come out in the first place, and I'm so glad we were able to make it happen. She's ran Chris Heller's team out in San Diego, who is a previous CEO of Keller Williams, so you know it's a great team, and well, I happen to know it's a great team. She's done their admin department, their listings department. She is a top coach with MAPS. She's done all of this great stuff, and if there's any one thing she knows at a very high level, it's teams. It's going to be perfect. There's no greater person to learn this kind of fundamental thing from. And not that if you have a huge team, you wouldn't come, but there might be different things we're missing, right? I talk to teams all the time where I'm surprised that, oh, why did you choose to implement that, or whatever the case is. Come learn what other people are doing. And then right afterwards, we've got a great happy hour at Thirsty Lion, Tempe Marketplace. So whether you're a new agent and want to get plugged in, or you've been here a while and it's just time to reconnect with your agent friends, come on by. Appetizers, grab a drink, whatever the case is, we'd love to see you there. Wednesday, Tyler Truccio is going to be teaching on how to negotiate the offer, right? Carly's taught us how to build a great one and how to be able to present it. Tyler's going to teach us on how to negotiate it. How are we dealing with any sort of pushback to make a real win-win scenario? Tyler has a phenomenal team in Colorado. He's got a team here in Phoenix. The guy knows his stuff. He's expanded and is doing it at a great level. So come learn from Tyler. Thursday, scripts at 8:30, small group coaching at 9. Bring whatever it is you want to talk about, and Michelle's going to be working through the intricacies of whatever problems you've got. And then at 1 p.m., our committees are meeting. So we've got 5 different committees here. On Thursday, we have one that's actually moving. Don't even worry about it. We've got 4 committee meetings on Thursday. We've got the financial committee, so they're dealing with profitability. We've got growth, dealing with the growth of the office, your profit share tree, your business, things like that. Productivity, how are you becoming a more productive agent and how we're helping create more productivity for our agents. And last but not least, education. How are we enhancing the education that we're providing here to our agents? If you're an agent who has a pretty good amount of business and you're considering our governing board, our ALC, our Associate Leadership Council for next year, we are going to be looking at committee involvement. It's very important to me to make sure that we've got an ALC that's plugged in on the issues and value proposition of our office. So if you're even considering that for next year, I expect to see you on Thursday. Just come into the front desk and Erica can let you know where the committees are meeting so you can pop in and view one to see if it could be a good fit for you. And then last but not least, Friday, Commercial Mastermind, 10:30. You guys know who you are. Feel free to touch base, 10:30. And then at 1 p.m., Ashley Kiltz is going to be teaching on how to close the deal. So Ashley runs Momentum Real Estate Group here, and she's specifically over the admin department at the highest level. So operations coordinator and being able to figure out that escrow process. And so that's what she's going to be teaching on, is how to take a file from contract to close the smoothest way possible. So whether you're using a transaction coordinator or not, still a great class to go to, so you understand the intricacies of where something could fall out, how to keep your deal together, all kinds of good stuff. All right, so let's talk. We're going to be reviewing kind of why you might choose leverage in whatever capacity that looks like. So for some people, it's a huge team. For some people, it's not even a team and just hire systems, whatever the case is. But this is a good math formula for you to be able to figure out if this is something you shouldn't be doing. So we need to figure out what your value is per hour. What's your time worth, right? If you were going to go apply for a real job, you would figure out how much that hourly wage is to see if it's worth your time, right? Are they paying $8 an hour or $80 an hour? Conversely, what are you worth in real estate per hour? Because that should be dictating the tasks you are or are not doing. So let's do a math problem. So you guys can see on the board, first we need to figure out kind of how many hours did we work last year. So let's start with how many are working on a weekly basis. It could be low, it could be high. Let's use 50 as a good average. So work 50 hours a week. How many weeks a year do we work? I like 48 as a conservative number. 2 weeks dedicated to holidays or whatever pops up where literally the business just isn't moving on that day. Or and an additional 2 weeks towards your life, right? Taking time off, or someone's graduating or going on a vacation or getting married or whatever's coming in your life, we need more time for that too. So 48 weeks in a year, 50 hours a week means we're working 2,400 hours per year. So then the second question we should ask ourselves is, how much money did we make last year? In the example here, I've thrown up $100,000 on the board because I know for a lot of us, 6 figures is kind of that first ideal number we want to get to. And so at $100,000 a year working 2,400 hours, that means our hourly wage is $41 an hour. For every hour you are working, you're making $41 for that hour. So then let's start analyzing our time of what's worth $41 an hour and what's not. Right? If you're spending an hour stuffing envelopes to get sent to a community that you've got a buyer who wants to go into, the actual art of stuffing the envelope is probably not worth $41 an hour. If so, I'm happy to stuff your envelope for $41 an hour. So that is an example of something we might leverage out. Now, leverage could look like building a team, which is why I suggest coming to Monica's class on Monday or Tuesday, tomorrow at 2 p.m. But it could also be in the form of paying a high school student a little bit of money to help you with kind of some of those tasks or whatever the case is. Leverage doesn't have to be 30 agents on a team. It could just be a transaction coordinator, these little pieces here or there. And then the converse is, now that we've gained that hour back, we paid someone $15 an hour to stuff envelopes, we saved ourselves that $30 an hour because we didn't do it ourselves. How are we reinvesting that time? If it's in lead generation, for example, now we could increase the dollars per hour that we're worth, and instead of being worth $40 an hour, the question we could ask ourselves is, how do I get my time to be worth $80 an hour, $400 an hour, whatever the case is? And so I challenge you guys to change this concept of thinking and ask yourselves, what am I worth? What would I pay this person to do? And if it's less than what you're worth, how do we get that off your plate? If you're having questions about how to get that off your plate, come to Monica's class tomorrow and then come to small group coaching on Thursday. Love to see you guys there. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.